Please be seated. Good morning, and welcome to the 2019 opening convocation of the College of St. Scholastica. I am Dr. Stephanie Johnson, Associate Professor of English and Chair of the Faculty. It is my honor to open this morning's program. I'd like to welcome first the Sisters of the St. Scholastica Monastery, who are a constant reminder of our precious Benedictine heritage and the living embodiment of its values. A welcome to the alumni and friends here as well. We are so pleased that you are joining us for Convocation. We should have some members of the Saints Heritage Club here, our alumni who graduated 50 or more years ago. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome colleagues, the faculty and staff whose daily efforts sustain our academic community and whose expertise ensures our excellence. Welcome returning students who are here to celebrate this new start of the academic year and all it holds intellectually, socially, and spiritually. And most importantly, an especially warm welcome to our new students. Welcome, class of 2023, and congratulations on your acceptance to the College of St. Scholastica. For this, the college's 108th year, we have as our theme the Benedictine value of respect. You'll hear a lot about respect this year, probably a bit today from some of our speakers, and certainly more from all corners of the college over the coming months. We aren't just talking about it, though. We are attempting to live by it, and we challenge you to challenge yourselves to do the same. This community welcomes all, and we are so pleased that you join us today. Let us begin our formal program with an invocation from Jessica Ellingson, Director of Campus Ministry. Ms. Ellingson.
Recognizing that we are a multicultural, multi-faith community, we begin this ceremony by recognizing the presence of the sacred mystery, which unites us all. We turn to the sacred mystery, whom I call God, for guidance and protection as we begin this new year. And so together, let us pray. O God of all life, you are a light breaking through the darkness, a beacon of hope and love, a healing presence in our broken world. We give thanks for your presence in this community. We ask you to be here in this place and with us in all that we do in the year ahead. May we see your holy presence in our classmates, colleagues, and friends. May we be stewards of your blessings, your love. May our lives and our learning bear witness to your light and healing. And through the intercession of Saints Benedict and Scholastica, our patrons and models for living, we ask you to bless our monastic community, our school, and our world. Together, let us build a community of respect and understanding. Together, let us build a community of searching and learning. Together, let us build a community of stability and stewardship. Together, let us build a community of hospitality, faith, and hope. And may it be so. Amen.
Thank you. It is my privilege to introduce our next speaker, Sister Kathleen Del Monte. She's the college's Associate Vice President for Mission Integration and has a PhD in Applied Anthropology. You will see her often in your years here, around campus, at events, and in your Dignitas classes. Sister Kathleen.
Good morning. I join in welcoming all of you to this new year, with a special welcome to our first year and our transfer students, and to those joining us online. Part of walking in the Benedictine way is to acquire a sense of place, of belonging, and at-homeness wherever we are. Over 100 years ago, a young woman, a Benedictine sister by the name of Mother Scholastica Kirst, discovered just that on these grounds, on land that once walked the Dakota and then the Ojibwa. During Mother Scholastica's time, it was farmland, covered with fields of wild daisies, and affectionately known as the Daisy Farm. When Mother Scholastica first visited this hill with hopes of building a new monastery, the sisters' home, she had a dream that went beyond the community's needs. What was it that Mother Scholastica found here that inspired her dream? Perhaps she saw on this hill a place where all that she knew and loved about her life as a Benedictine sister could thrive. This was to become home, and it would become yet another positive response to the community's call to serve the people of God. This sacred place, this very land on which our Kenwood campus sits, holds many stories. If this hill could talk, if the Valley of Silence could burst into song, what a dramatic story they would tell. A story that began with a small community of courageous Benedictine sisters, faithful to their commitment of a life of prayer, work, and living together. A community that established a college and watched it grow into a community of learners. The story would be told of hundreds of sisters who lived and died here in the service of the people of Duluth and beyond. This hill would speak as well of thousands of women and men exploring these grounds, taking in its grandeur, becoming lost in its peaceful solitude, being inspired by sunrises, and feeling the awesome presence of God, the Holy. They would speak of men and women pondering life's questions, seeking to find their place in the world. They would sing of happy times of laughter and sharing, while remembering as well, with tenderness and gentleness, times of sorrow, anxiety, aloneness, all part of life's journey. There would be stories of people open to life's possibilities, of stretching minds, softening hearts, of acquiring knowledge of both great and small proportion, of lasting friendships, of finding meaning and purpose in life, of finding a home at St. Scholastica. Finally, both the hill and the valley would tell of the many farewells that were murmured as women and men went forth from here to make a difference in the world, taking with them memories that would often call them back to their home away from home. And so it is with the women belonging to the Saints Heritage Club, who inspire us all, and who after 50 years or more, continue to rightly call this place home. We are so grateful for your presence among us. The values these women have lived, the values that are put before students, administration, faculty, and staff to help support them in their daily lives, are taken from the 6th century rule of St. Benedict. Striving for the goals of community, respect, hospitality, stewardship, and love of learning is a work in progress for all of us. Constantly, we seek new ways to embody these ideals in practical ways for ourselves and for all we meet, so that others may see in us the best version of ourselves. As you join your dreams with ours, know that there are many people who make the journey with you. Our dedicated faculty and staff will motivate and challenge you to be more than you think you can be, because they want to see you succeed and want to do everything they can to help you achieve your dreams. They will also be your safety net when things get tough. They are here because they too love learning. Allow yourself to learn from their experience, as they will also learn from you. Harriet Tubman once said, "Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, the passion to reach for the stars to change the world." So welcome this year with open hearts and open minds. Bring to this college community your own uniqueness, helping us to become more than we are today. We promise to do the same for you. Many blessings.
Thank you, Sister Kathleen. For many of you, your first contact with the college may have been with our admissions counselors who worked closely with each incoming class. Ellen Johnson, Vice President for Enrollment Management, will now present our class of 2023 to the Chief Academic Officer. Ms. Johnson.
President McDonald, Sisters of the Monastery, faculty, staff, and students, it is my honor to introduce our new students who are here with us today. This year we have 450 first year and 90 transfer students who have found your new home here at the College of St. Scholastica. Our admission team enjoyed working with all of you over the last few years and are excited to officially welcome you as a Saint. You hail from 17 states and 14 countries, from Arizona to England, from Vermont to Sweden, from Kentucky to Cameroon, from Duluth to Superior. You each bring your unique and diverse perspective to our community. Some of you have parents, siblings, grandparents who attended CSS. Well, almost 40% of you are the first generation college students forging a new path for the future generations of your families. You're the most racially and ethnically diverse class we've ever welcomed to our college. Each of you has a passion that drives you. For almost half of you, that may mean pursuing a degree in healthcare. For some of you, that means pursuing a degree in the liberal arts. You are talented artists, musicians, athletes, and you're eager to share your talents with us in our community. Some of you are here to complete a degree you started many years ago, and some of you plan to spend the next 7 years with us while you complete multiple degrees here at the college. No matter where you started your journey, you have all converged at this place at this time with a shared sense of belonging and dreams. You have a shared goal of achieving your college degree and a degree from St. Scholastica. Everyone you see around you, from the people sitting next to you to the faculty and staff here today, we're all here to help you achieve and reach your goals. You sit in the same place as new students have for years, including myself, more than 20 years ago, sat in your seat. You're ready to find your path and make an impact on this world. And we're excited to have you here, and we're excited to help you as you forge your next path in the world. And with that, I'm pleased to officially present our class to Dr. Diane Verteen, Interim Vice President of Academic Affairs. Dr. Verteen, they're now officially in your hands.
Thank you. On behalf of the faculty, I accept these students into our community. Students, you are hereby full-fledged partners in our quest for responsible living and meaningful work. Please know we are here to support you and guide you in your efforts. We welcome you and we thank you very much for being here. Welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Bertine. It is my great privilege to introduce the next speaker, the 13th President of the College of St. Scholastica, Dr. Barbara McDonald. Please welcome President McDonald.
Well, good morning and welcome. Welcome students, faculty and staff, alumni, honored guests, and especially our class of 2023 to this convocation at the College of St. Scholastica. Today, we have the pleasure of welcoming members of the Saints Heritage Club with us this morning. The club honors alumni who graduated from the college 50 years ago or more. The alumni present graduated between 50 and 64 years ago, between 1955 and 1969. Can I ask members of the Saints Heritage Clubs to stand as you are able so we can recognize you. We are especially proud to have these alumni here on the same occasion when we are welcoming our new students and incoming freshmen. Both of these groups are so very special to us, and we honor you both. Thank you for joining us. Convocation is our college's ceremonial welcome and the beginning of the academic year. Today's celebration is extra special to me. Like many of you in this room, I too am beginning a new journey. I've been president here for just 1 month. This is the official day, and I'm still learning my way around. And so, class of 2023, if you find me in the hallways looking really lost, please stop and ask me what I'm doing, and if you can help me out getting to my destination, I'd appreciate it. But even in my short time here, I've come to know some deep truths about this place. And today is a good opportunity to reflect on our mission as the college begins its 108th academic year. You are entering into an exceptional educational experience here in the Catholic Benedictine tradition. No matter what major you eventually choose, the St. Scholastica experience is built upon a liberal arts foundation and the Catholic intellectual tradition. This means that you will examine some of the most important questions in life, those ethical and moral issues that help us toward deciding how we would want to live and what good life should really look like. As we say in our mission statement, we provide intellectual and moral preparation for responsible living and meaningful work. Saint Benedict says, "We must listen with the ear of our heart." Ever since St. Scholastica's first class of students took their seats in 1912, our founding Benedictine sisters have believed in educating the whole person, the head, the heart, and the spirit. None of this means that you have to be Catholic or Christian, or any faith for that matter. The sisters are genuinely welcoming and open to learning from all people, and so are we all here on stage. And so this is the college. This is what it means to be hospitable, which is one of our Benedictine values. And this cherishing of all people is what we mean by respect, respecting one another's values and holding them dear to our hearts. In your time here, your professors will not only provide you with excellent professional preparation, they will also cultivate intellectual virtues within you, such as critical thinking and clear communication. And if we are successful, you will also further develop moral virtues such as courage, compassion, and a keen sense of social justice. Ultimately, the St. Scholastica experience is about personal transformation. This journey of complex change and exciting learning can be unsettling and even scary at times. But please remember, as you have been told by Dean of Students Megan Perry Spears and others, you are not alone in this. Call upon our faculty and staff, whether it's a professor or an RA or anyone else you see. No matter what your question is or your concern, we're all here to help you. It's very inspiring for me to think about all the talent and energy within all of you sitting in this room. I hope you've joined our learning community so that you can be part of the next generation of leaders in the humanities and business and education and science and healthcare and so many other fields. And you can do it. We're here to help you to make it happen because you are our hope for a brighter future. As you know, the world is facing a lot of very large and complex challenges, whether that's global conflict, disrespect, violence, climate change, all of these things are around us. Your St. Scholastica experience will not only uncover all the answers to these problems, but guided by our outstanding professors, you can become well-rounded citizens who will uncover creative and sustainable and thoughtful solutions to our community's most difficult problems. Solutions that are rooted in justice and service to the communities in which you live. That people embody respect and welcome all in a spirit of loving inclusion that stewards our resources well, and we are counting on you to do just that. As you take your classes in the Veritas program and in your major, you will build on the intellectual growth, flexibility, problem-solving skills, mental endurance, and agility needed to become a real change maker. In the process, you may find some answers, but if you're doing it right, you'll probably discover a lot more questions. Though this is demanding yet joyful process of learning, through this process, you will be creating your own transformation. The College of St. Scholastica has very high expectations for you, for your learning, and for the relationships that you will build. And believe me, those relationships will last a lifetime, as you can see here. I promise you, as we go on this journey together over the next 4 years, that I will do my very best to ensure that all of us, faculty and staff, are committed to living our values of community, hospitality, respect, stewardship, and love of learning in every word, thought, and deed. Together, when we commit to these values, we will make the world a better place. So welcome. We're very happy you chose St. Scholastica, and I'm excited to get to know you.
Thank you, Dr. McDonald. And now our convocation address, to be given by Dr. Pat Hagan, English professor and recipient of the 2019 Max H. Levine Award for Teaching Excellence. The Levine Award is the highest award for teaching excellence at the college. It is given annually to a faculty member who demonstrates a commitment to furthering the mission of the college through value-oriented teaching in the Benedictine tradition. Dr. Hagan.
Thank you, Stephanie, Dr. Johnson, and I hope that you will all have a chance to get to know her, especially some of you will, who are in the honors program, a wonderful faculty member. You've already been welcomed, so consider it said, but I want to begin by sharing the best advice I got when I was many years ago, back when dinosaurs walked the earth, in my very first year of college. Don't follow anyone's footsteps. Your feet don't fit anyone else's prints. Create your own life. Whew, that was pretty scary. And I'd also heard a lot of things about big shoes to fill and following other people's footsteps, but if you've ever tried to walk within someone else's footprints, say across a snowy field where they've broken a trail, it can be pretty uncomfortable. Their feet are too small or too large, too wide, too narrow, their stride is too long or too short. And worst of all, they may not even be going where you wanted to go. But up to now, you've probably been fitting yourselves into prints created by other people. Parents, coaches, teachers, friends, even the media have all created footprints to define who you are, or should be, where you're going, or will go, or should go. You've probably chosen a number of these ready-made paths for yourself as you answer the question, who do you think you are anyway? But the thing about other people's footprints is that they are ready-made. They give direction, but they set limits. They box things in, and they box other things out. It's pretty easy to dismiss things the ready-to-follow footprints exclude, to say, I'm not the artistic type, or I'm too shy to try out for a play, or I can't see what Aristotle has to do with being a nurse, or everybody would laugh at me if I tried to play the piccolo, or even my parents would kill me if I didn't go into accounting. Safer to stay in the footprints. But as the saying goes, a ship in harbor is safe, but that is not what ships were built for. And it's not what college is built for, and it's not what you were built for either. And here's the thing about college. For the most part, the people who set those footprints for you aren't here to herd you back into them. People here don't know, and to be honest, they don't really much care who you were in high school. It's who you are now, who you're becoming, that matters. College is a chance to reinvent yourself, to reopen doors you closed out of fear, and start discovering where your footsteps will go. Like our new president, this is a time of transition for me too. I just retired after 29 years at St. Scholastica, and while I'm happy about it, the one thing that really gives me a pang is looking out at all of you people and thinking, none of you are going to be in my class. But maybe I'll find a chance to get to know some of you anyway. Of course, before I retired, I thought a lot about doing it when I approached retirement age. How do you decide when to make the move? So I asked a newly retired colleague how she'd made the decision. What factors did she consider? How did she weigh them out? Did she have a cost-benefit analysis? She smiled and said, analyze it all you want, but in the end, you'll know when it's right. And she was right about that. And you'll know is pretty true of a lot of things in life all the way along. When you find the subjects that really light your fire, you'll know. When you find the friends, colleagues, faculty, mentors who really get you, you'll know. And you'll know when the footsteps aren't right for you, even though you might really, really want them to be. One of my college friends had always planned to be a medical researcher. It was his goal even as a little kid, which means he was kind of a weird kid, I've got to admit. But in his sophomore year, the you'll know voice became so strong that he couldn't ignore it anymore. He walked out of his biology lab, I think he was dissecting a shark at the time, walked straight over to the history department and signed on to become a history major. He really wanted biology to be his footsteps. His father was a biologist who looked upon anything that wasn't science as a total waste of time. And change is scary. They say nobody likes change except a wet baby. But he knew he had to live his own life, not his father's. And history was his passion. Little sidebar here, in case you're wondering, what did he do with the history major? Did he ruin his entire future? No. He went on to have a very successful career over the years, working for a lot of political think tanks. And I guess as part of this sidebar, I'm going to say, you really can get a job with every major. Believe me, I've seen it over the years. Philosophy, history, nursing, any of them, you can do it. Okay, back to script. There's no shame in changing your major, and there's no shame in being uncertain. Going in circles might be the wisest set of footsteps for you at a particular time. It's really tempting to rush to a decision, to choose a major, put your blinders on, and follow those footsteps religiously, it feels safe. But I keep thinking about a student, a former student, someone I'd had as a sophomore, a really likable fellow. I ran into him as he was getting ready to graduate. "How's it going?" I said. "Excited about graduating?" "No," he said. "I hate my major. The thought of doing this every day for the rest of my life makes me sick, but it's too late to change." Well, he's a smart guy, and I'm sure he eventually found a way into something considerably more fulfilling. But still, you don't want to be that guy. So how do you avoid it? The best advice I can give is this: be more generous than judgmental. More generous than judgmental. When you encounter new ideas, new classes, new subjects, begin by generously entertaining these new ideas, subjects, and experiences. Invite them in. Spend some time with them. Get to know them. Converse with them. Argue with them. Suspend judgment until you get to know them. Maybe you'll decide, yeah, they are boring. This is pointless. This person is a jerk. But don't decide, don't judge until you have had that entertaining and getting to know. You can always send the ideas or anyone else home. If they outstay their welcome. Be generous to your faculty. They wouldn't be here if they didn't genuinely want to help you succeed. You don't be out raking the big bucks, right? So they're here. They want to help. They want to get to know you. So help them. Ask questions. Stop by and chat. About classes, sure, but about anything. How about them twins? Do you like my new shoes? Have you ever eaten a persimmon? Ask questions, talk, get to know the person behind the syllabus, and when you find the faculty who really light that fire for you, follow them everywhere. Take every class you possibly can from them. You'll know, and they will be your best guides. And be generous to your fellow students, your roommates, teammates, collaborators, classmates. Sure, they're annoying. Hey, you're annoying. I'm annoying. We're all annoying, at least sometimes. But remember, we can't see the struggles that others are going through. We can't really see those internal battles that they might be losing or winning. So be generous. And be generous to yourself. If you fall flat on your face, don't talk to yourself like you're the biggest idiot in the world. Imagine, what would you say to a friend who had just embarrassed herself? Or another friend who had just failed an exam? You wouldn't beat them up. Say the same things to yourself that you would say to them. Talk to yourself with understanding and with humor. In the words of a wise friend, be a net, not a bucket. A net, not a bucket. Hang on to those good things out of every encounter and let all the rest of it just flow straight on down into the lake. Let it go. I wouldn't be me if I didn't pass on one final piece of advice, and that is go to Ireland. Yep. Some of you know that knew that I had to say that, and I am saying it. I have had the incredible good fortune of being able to be one of the faculty 7 times over my career, and I was one of the people who was there this past spring. So I know from personal experience how incredibly transformative this experience has been for me, but more significantly for all the students who have participated in the program. Now is a great time to start planning it, because if you work with your advisors, you can make it happen for many majors. If you can't swing a full semester, do a shorter term study abroad. China, Morocco, London, Mexico. In all my 29 years at St. Scholastica, I never once, not even once, heard a student say, I regret going to Ireland. I'm sorry I went to China. Darn, I wish I hadn't gone to London. But I've heard dozens of students say they really regret they didn't take that opportunity. Mark Twain said, as you progress in life, you're going to regret the things you didn't do far more than the things you did. So take the opportunity if you possibly can, and every opportunity that you can get to encounter the new, the challenging, the exciting. So that's it. Study abroad, create your own life. Be brave, be brilliant, be kind. Go on out there, start making some footprints.
Thank you, Dr. Hagan. For our next speaker, please welcome our Student Senate President, Mr. Andrew Bailey. This is Andrew's second year serving as Student Senate President. He's majoring in history with minors in political science and theology and will graduate spring 2020. Mr. Bailey.
Welcome, class of 2023, to the neighborhood. You've heard that a lot recently. It has been an absolute joy to get to know many of you during Welcome Week and as we transition into the academic year. I have been taken aback by your maturity, your willingness to engage, and to see you support each neighbor in our community. I've been doing a lot of thinking recently about what makes our community unique. And simply put, in the words of Ed Sheeran, I think our community is made of beautiful people. I promise you I won't sing it. The members of our community come from different walks of life, different family situations, different towns, cities, and countries. But somehow we all find ourselves at the College of St. Scholastica. We are all saints. I know this may sound sort of cheesy, but I personally think living out the Benedictine values in every thought, word, and deed results in beautiful people. These are the types of people you want to be around, the type of person you hope will sit next to you in your 8 a.m. biology class, or the type of person you may be fortunate enough to call a friend. Beautiful people surround us at CSS, and the character of each individual is what makes our community vibrant and special. I think it's also important to mention our community is not just here on campus, but it extends into the greater Duluth Superior community. We have great neighbors and our friends at the University of Minnesota Duluth, Lake Superior College, the University of Wisconsin-Superior, and Wisconsin Indian Head Technical College. I encourage you not only to get involved on campus, but reach out to the Duluth community and wear your Saints gear with pride. I'm fond of saying, at the College of St. Scholastica, we're in the business of making saints. The knowledge we learn in the classroom is not only to be applied to our professions, but as our curriculum is inspired by the Benedictine values, we become lifelong learners with compassionate hearts and faith-filled lives. In your classes, you will learn about the Benedictine values and the heritage that our institution is proud of, and may I add, rightfully so. The Sisters of the St. Scholastica Monastery were pioneers of their time, providing access to medical treatment for Duluthians and an education for young women. We are blessed to still have a strong relationship with the Sisters today. As a member of the CSS community, each of us is a leader. In the classroom, out in the Duluth community, and even on a Friday night out with friends. As saints, we are called to rise above and tackle the challenges we find in our community. Each of us is a future leader in our larger global community. And although I may be long gone after you walk across the stage to receive your diploma in 4 years, know I will be reading the CSS magazine to keep up on all the great things you will accomplish. I know in this room there is a future student body president, there are future club leaders, and leaders in the various professions you will enter beyond graduation. Finally, I want to share with you, this past summer, Shanti and I had the opportunity to attend the Presidential Leadership Summit in Washington, D.C., and it was one of the most uplifting experiences I've ever had. One of the presidents I met at PLS shared with me that her role as student body president does not belong to her, but her role belongs to the student body. It is my goal as I enter this school year that each of you knows my title does not belong to me, but it belongs to us, the student body. We are in this together, and I look forward to working with many of you as we find ways to improve our community and as we explore ways to create the ultimate educational experience for each person in this room. I wish you all the best of luck this coming year. Please be sure to stop by the Student Senate office and say hello. We're all very friendly, I promise. And if there's one thing that you remember from my speech, please stop by the Student Senate office tomorrow morning for First Friday donuts. Yes, they are free. We'll probably have them out by 7:45 a.m., so please try not to be late for your 8 a.m. But if you are, potentially bring your professor a donut as well, but again, I do not encourage it. Thank you, everyone. Good luck this school year, and I'm looking forward to meeting many more of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. And now let us join in singing our alma mater, Vivat Saint Scholastica. Vivat is Latin for long live. Long live Saint Scholastica. Please stand.
Vivat Saint Scholastica, to thy fame and tribute raise. Fount of learning, forge of friendship, home of happy college days. Pledge we our faith to alma mater, pledge to her heart and hand. Where'er we bind shall be our guide, we will praise her throughout the land.
Thank you. Before our closing prayer, I want to say, congratulations, you are now all officially saints. Thank you. And just a couple of reminders for you. All first-year students are to gather on the front steps of Tower Hall immediately after the convocation for your class photo. I believe it is not raining. And after the benediction, we will dismiss the platform party first and then the students. To close our program today, Cassandra D., class of 2019, will offer a benediction.
Let us pray. Loving Creator, as we begin this new academic year, we ask your blessing on our community. Bless each of us with your guidance, wisdom, and peace. Provide us with strength and knowledge in difficult times, and help us to treat all people and creations with respect. In particular, we ask your blessing on the incoming students. May they find their place, gain knowledge and wisdom, and know that their presence is a gift to this community. May we all be a blessing to one another and respond to each other with love and dignity. We ask this in your name. Amen.